Thank you, Mr. and Raj Sharma Wagle. Namast. Hello, everyone. My name is INOUE Tomoichi. I will be speaking today on the role and scope of tax professionals in global tax compliance. First, I'll introduce myself. I am a Zeirishi, a certified public tax accountant based in Hiroshima City, Japan. In a region where international tax expertise is scarce, my practice focuses on advising on both inbound and outbound international tax matters. For outbound cases, I primarily assist manufacturing companies in the Hiroshima region with the tax implications of their overseas expansion. For inbound cases, I support foreign companies investing in Japan by handling their necessary tax filings, including both corporate tax and consumption tax. My clients are mostly small and medium-sized enterprises, so-called SMEs. When I entered this field, Jugo years ago, international tax expertise was largely confined to specialists in major cities like Tokyo or Osaka. Today, however, it's increasingly common for regional SMEs to establish overseas sales, offices, or manufacturing facilities to market their products or produce goods locally. Cross-border movement of people has also increased, with more Japanese employees being seconded abroad and more foreign nationals obtaining work visas to work in Japan. My focus will be on SME compliance rather than the issues faced by large corporations, such as Pillar Knee. Here are contents of my presentation. Drawing from my daily practice, I will discuss the unique role and scope of a Japanese tax professional, or Zeirishi, in the context of global tax compliance. Global tax compliance qualifies the term tax compliance with the word global. To begin, I'll introduce the Japanese perspective on tax compliance. Tax compliance is defined as the voluntary fulfillment of tax obligations, where taxpayers voluntarily file accurate returns to ensure the proper functioning of the self-assessment system. In Japan, major taxes, including income tax, corporate tax, consumption tax, and inheritance tax, are based on a self-assessment system. Establishing and improving corporate governance is believed to contribute significantly to improving compliance levels in the area of corporate tax. According to Professor Emeritus Kaneko Hiroshi, who has long led the field of Japanese tax law, the proper functioning of this system relies on a high level of tax consciousness among citizens and their voluntary filing of accurate returns. This voluntary taxpayers' compliance is considered essential. In Japan, tax professionals are certified by the state as Zeirishi. Article 8 of the Certified Public Tax Accountant Act states that the mission of Zeirishi, as experts in matters of taxation, shall be to strive from an independent and fair standpoint, in accordance with the principles of the self-assessment system, to prove themselves worthy of the trust of taxpayers and ensure the fulfillment of the tax liabilities stipulated in laws and ordinances concerned with taxes. Therefore, we play a crucial role in helping taxpayers achieve tax compliance. Global tax compliance is a specific area of tax compliance. It refers to tax compliance for multinational activities. Unlike single-country scenarios, the existence of multiple sets of rules, including national tax laws and tax treaties, can create complexity in tax regulations. Competition for taxing rights among countries makes it inherently difficult to ensure appropriate taxation across all relevant jurisdictions. I asked Google Gemini about the roles and scopes of tax professionals in global tax compliance. Gemini identified the following points, which I have included on my slides. First, about roles. We have three primary roles: compliance executor, risk manager, and strategic advisor. Please refer to the slides for a more detailed explanation. Next is about scopes. The scope of a tax professional's work indicates the breadth and depth of their involvement in global tax compliance. It extends beyond mere filing to encompass a company's overall tax strategy and risk management. The scope includes services, geography, and responsibility. As I am from Japan, I will tell you about the characteristics of tax administration in Japan. Japanese tax authorities operate with a high degree of integrity and fairness. During audits, they not only point out underreported amounts, but also identify cases of overreported taxes. You may find it surprising, but they handle approved refund requests quickly and efficiently. They do not appear to conduct separate audits to recover refunded amounts. Japanese tax authorities and taxpayers are known for their meticulousness, resulting in detailed tax rulings, FAQs, and Q&A documents. This level of detail is clearly evident in detailed materials for tax guidance, clear and detailed documentation requirements, clear understanding of tax laws, and clear communication between tax professionals and authorities. This thoroughness from both sides reflects, in my opinion, a reflection of the Japanese national character. Here's a statistic for you. World Values Survey is a global research project that explores people's values and beliefs, how they change over time, and what social and political impact they have. Since 1981, a worldwide network of social scientists have conducted representative national surveys as part of WVS in almost 100 countries. Question Hakwa Chuinchi Wavesti is cheating on taxes if you have a chance. The question is as follows. Please tell me for each of the following statements whether you think it can always be justified, never be justified, or something in between using this card. The Pasento Watchu Rokten Go of Japanese people who selected never justifiable represents one of the highest rates among participating countries. To foster and preserve such national character, the JFCPTAA actively works to create opportunities to educate the younger generation about taxation. There's something I want everyone to know about Japan's corporate tax. Japan's corporate tax system does not permit tax deductions for donations made to foreign affiliates. For example, if a parent company pays expenses that an overseas subsidiary should have borne, this is treated as a non-deductible donation. This issue frequently arises during tax audits. Tax authorities may classify such payments as donations rather than transfer pricing issues. Another topic is the absence of GAAR. GAAR stands for General Anti-Avoidance Rule or General Anti-Abuse Rule. GAAR does not exist in Japan. Instead, there is a provision denying tax avoidance for corporate groups, which the tax authority uses to enforce anti-avoidance measures. IBM Corporation and Universal Music are both well-known companies that receive tax assessments under this provision. However, in both cases, the court overturned the tax assessments. Let me tell you what kind of work I do. First, tax return preparation. I support corporate tax return preparation, either by preparing the schedules myself or by reviewing those prepared by the company. This is critical for international tax regulations, such as transfer pricing tax system, tax haven countermeasure system, foreign subsidiary dividend exclusion system, and foreign tax credits. My role is to help clients prepare their returns by analyzing the corporate tax returns of their overseas subsidiaries. It is important to advise on pricing to avoid transfer pricing issues and to advise on the roles of intragroup services (IGS). I act as the in-house tax department for SMEs. Unlike large corporations, SMEs rarely maintain in-house tax departments. I serve as a tax department for my clients, researching tax systems in their target countries through communication with local tax specialists. I also advise on customs duties. Although customs duties are outside the typical scope of a tax accountant, I encourage companies involved in trade to utilize Free Trade Agreement, FTAs, and Economic Partnership Agreement to reduce or eliminate customs duties on eligible products. Next is about currency and exchange risk management. The choice of settlement currency affects taxation through foreign exchange gains and losses. I advise clients on how to manage this risk, often by participating in meetings with all parties involved to change the settlement currency, modify trade terms, and minimize the risk associated with exchange rate fluctuations for the subsidiary. Choosing the right currency strategically can greatly decrease tax liabilities and minimize financial volatility for multinational companies. As I have explained, I am fulfilling my role as a compliance executor, risk manager, and strategic advisor in this manner. I recalled the concept of scope. It refers to the range within which services are provided. My practice operates solely within Japan, but we collaborate with tax specialists in other countries to provide comprehensive services to clients with international needs. So far, I have told what I have been doing for corporate clients. For individual clients, my work is often a one-time engagement focused on tax returns. Foreign bank interest. Japanese residents must report interest from foreign bank accounts on their tax returns, because this interest is typically not subject to foreign withholding tax for Japanese income tax purposes. Under the CRS, tax authorities can now obtain this information from abroad, leading to tax audits. I help clients, including foreign nationals, with these issues. Pensions. I also advise individuals who receive retirement pensions from abroad on how these are taxed in Japan. International inheritance. I provide advice on inheritance tax issues where assets or heirs are located in different countries. I will now state my opinion regarding tax professionals in the AI era and global taxation. Gathering multinational tax information is essential for global tax compliance. AI tools like ChatGPT and Google Gemini can be used to efficiently research foreign tax information written in foreign languages. Verifying the accuracy of AI information is crucial, and its reliable use is a key challenge. Going forward, tax professionals must intelligently leverage AI to enhance efficiency and global responsiveness. Professor Emeritus Minoru Nakazato stated in his Nisen Juyon paper, The Routinization of International Tax Issues and Zeirishi, that amid the intensifying international activities of Japanese companies and individuals, international taxation is no longer a taxation, a specialized field, but has become common knowledge that any tax professional should have a basic grasp of. I conclude by emphasizing that this session's theme is essential knowledge for all tax professionals, and especially for Japanese Zeirishi. The final slide shows a photo of the atomic bomb dome taken from my office. Thank you for your attention.